What's going on, YouTube? Back at you again with another video. JC Cowboys Network. You already know what it is. We got a big game this week, Cowboys Nation, against the Chicago Bears. This is a team that beat the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. So this team has a lot of momentum, but we're not worried about any of that. We're going to be ready to line them up and punch these dudes in the mouth because this team is ready to go. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you don't hit it, you'll miss on fire videos. So Cowboys Nation, it's Halloween week. Let's boogie. Getting to know the enemy. Justin Fields, coming in at 6'3" and weighing in at 227 pounds. This is a quarterback that was very successful in college, but is still trying to make a transition to the NFL. He is one of the most athletic quarterbacks, but has a lot of work to do if he's going to be successful in this league. He has shown flashes, but he has a lot to prove in the NFL. Justin Fields is one of the top athletes in this league. He has a Kyler Murray / Lamar Jackson type of skill set. Very athletic and has the ability to escape from the pocket. If you do not contain this player with the pass rush, he has the speed to get outside and extend plays or scramble for big yards. This is a quarterback that has thrown the least amount of times and he's been hit most in the NFL. 50% of the time that this player has dropped back, he has been hit. And that is one of the main reasons why he has thrown 6 interceptions so far this season. It's hard to evaluate this player because of the lack of talent at the wide receiver position and the lack of talent at the offensive line. But this is a guy that has a good arm and he is very athletic. So you have to make sure you watch out for this guy. Enemy number 2, Roquan Smith, coming in at 6'1" and weighing in at 231 pounds. Legit as it gets at the linebacker position. This is a linebacker that has been the face of their defense. A guy that has been roaming sideline to sideline for some time now. There's rumors about this player being traded, but that would be a big mistake because he's a true cornerstone player for the Bears. Roquan Smith is a 3-down linebacker that is very instinctive, he's rangy, and he makes impact plays on a consistent basis. He has the athletic ability to torque his body and make key tackles on either side of the ball in the open field. He's a linebacker that steps up in A and B gaps. He is not afraid of contact. He's a very vicious blitzer as well. So Dak Prescott is going to have to call this guy out at all times. You have to be very mindful when you're running screen plays against this linebacker because he has a knack for reading these slow developing plays and attacking the ball. Having good eyes and diagnosing plays are traits that are needed for the linebacker position. This is a well-rounded linebacker, a player that knows how to stop the run, cover well, and do all the things that Matt Eberflus wants him to do on the field. So this is a guy that we have to scheme against. It's going to be very important because he shows up on tape a lot. These are their 2 main players that we will have to shut down come Sunday. Justin Fields is going to have to do more than just running the ball if he's going to slow down our aggressive defense. And with Roquan, making him second guess is key, and that starts with Kellen Moore. So let's move on to their running backs. David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert are their two-headed monsters. Khalil Herbert averages 6 yards per carry and David Montgomery averages 4 yards per carry respectfully. David Montgomery is more of a bruiser type of running back that is a downhill type of runner, and he also has the ability to catch balls as well. Khalil Herbert is the Tony Pollard in their offense. He is a true slasher and he is one of the best in the league in yards per carry. So we have to clamp down on these 2 guys because these 2 guys running the ball is the bright spot in their offense with Justin Fields included. It is going to be extremely important to get to the run early, and having the addition of Jonathan Hankins, this is a guy that could be able to do that. This is a guy that has the ability to plug A and B gaps, and this will allow guys like Leighton Vander Esch, Anthony Barr, and Micah Parsons to roam, and it is going to be critical once they get down to the stretch. I'm not sure if Jonathan Hankins is going to play this game, but if it were me, I will at least have him out there in spot duty on 1st and 2nd downs and stop the run, because this is going to be important in this game because Chicago, that's all they do is run the ball. This is the offensive line that we will have to face come Sunday. This is a group that is banged up big time, with Larry Borum being in concussion protocol and losing Lucas Patrick last game with a toe injury. This group hasn't built chemistry yet, so there will be opportunities to ruin this game. Tevin Jenkins is their most aggressive lineman, and he hasn't given up a sack so far this season. But this is an offensive line that has allowed their quarterback to be pressured at a rate of 40%, which is the worst in the NFL. With our defense having 29 sacks in the first 7 games of the season, Dan Quinn will be looking to have a field day against this offensive line. In 2011, Matt Eberflus was the linebackers coach for our Dallas Cowboys. Then he went on to be a defensive coordinator for the Colts, and they beat us 23-0. But now he's the head coach for the Bears. So this guy knows us very well, and we have to be ready for his scheme and how he runs his players. From what I saw on tape, this is a defense that rushes 4 down linemen and they leave 7 in coverage. They play a lot of man, a lot of cover 2, so a lot of holes will be open. We just gotta pick our shots at the right time. This is a defense where you cannot air it out all the time against these guys, because they got Eddie Jackson out there, who is a safety, and he has 3 interceptions. You got Jalen Johnson out there, who is a solid corner, and you have Jaquan Brisker out there, who is a rookie who has 2 sacks, and he's everywhere on the field. So these guys are top 3 in their secondary. Giving out flowers, Sam Williams. This is a guy that really turned it up this past week with 3 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and he also recovered a fumble as well. If this defense is going to become good to great, they would need this player to step up, and this past week was a big step in the right direction. These are their main wide receivers. These are guys that haven't made too much noise in the first 7 games of the season. They are a solid group, but they can be strapped. Putting the clamps on these 3 players will be the blueprint in getting a win against the Chicago Bears. They do not separate much. So we got guys like Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, and Anthony Brown. They have the athleticism and physicality to shut these 3 down. It's unfortunate that Jordan Lewis had an injury on the same play that he intercepted the ball. So I hope this player has a speedy recovery. But with Deron Bland, it's go time right now. No excuses. Opening the victory door, Tony Pollard and Dak Prescott. Tony Pollard is going to have to be one of the main guys that makes a difference in this game. With Zeke being injured, he will be the guy that will most likely tote the rock against a defense that is ranked 30th in stopping the run. So the lanes will be there for Pollard. He just got to hit them and keep the chains moving. For Dak Prescott, go out there and take what the defense gives you. This is a defense that loves to play cover 2, with 2 safeties deep for quarterbacks to throw in their zone. Throwing quick routes underneath the zone and taking your shots when it's time will be the main ingredient if we're going to beat these Bears. We got this, Cowboys Nation. Cowboys Nation, we can get to 6-2, but this could be a trap game for us. Matt Eberflus knows as well. Guys like Justin Fields is very athletic, so we're going to have to be able to stop the run. We're going to have to be able to strap these guys, and Dak Prescott is going to have to make smart decisions. So Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn is going to have to get these guys right. You run the ball, and you be aggressive, and we can come out there with a win. I believe in this team, and I believe that we can be able to get it done. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe so y'all can come vibe. You already know what it is. Gone.